Hello everyone, welcome back to Samhita. In the new lecture series of Samhitaadhyayan1, we started covering the topics of Introduction to Samhita. We discussed the topics of Brihatri, Lakhutri and Tantraguna in the previous videos. If you have not watched those videos, please do check it out from our YouTube channel Samhita. In the last video, we have seen a reference from Ashtangahridaya that a tantra should possess tantra guna and it should be devoid of tantra doshas. That is, tantra gunair yuktam and tantra dosher vivarjitam. We have already discussed the topic of tantra guna. Today, we will be moving with the concept of tantra dosha. दुर्लक्षण विहीनत्वम अंगानाम अभिभूषणम इति अलंकार संबंधात दोष विज्ञानम ईयते. As a person's alankara or beauty lies in if he is devoid of any deformities or disabilities, the same way the tantra will be looking good or it will be considered as the best if it is not having any doshas present in it. So we can see the different acharyas have told different types of tantra doshas. First, moving with the concept of tantra doshas, which are explained in Charaka Samhita. As such, tantra doshas are not explained, but in the concept of Vadamarga, we can see that Vakya doshas are explained in Charaka Samhita. The Vakya doshas are Nyuna, Adhika, Anarthaka, Aparthaka, and Viruddha. That is, if the vakyas are being told very less, or if the sentences are being very less, or words are very few, that is considered to be nyuna. Adhika, if more of elaboration is being given, or more extra definitions or extra concepts are being explained there, that is considered to be adhika. Anarthaka and aparthaka, those difficult words are being pronounced, or those which are not having any particular meaning are being used. Such words are considered to be anarthaka and aparthaka, and also viruddha. That is, the contradictory statements are being told, that is considered to be viruddha. So these are the doshas in relation to Vakya has been explained in Charaka Samhita. Apart from that, the concept of Tantra dosha as such is not being seen in Charaka Samhita. If we come to the reference of Sahitya Darpana, there also the Tantra doshas has been explained, such as Pada dosha, Padamsha dosha, Vakya dosha, Artha dosha, and Rasa dosha. According to Aruna Datta, that is the commentary of Ashtanga Hridaya, there are few Tantra doshas which are explained. If we look into this, we can see that it is almost opposite to that of which is being explained in the Tantra Gunas. The Tantra doshas explained are Aprasiddha Shabdam, Dupranitam, Asankatartham, Asukharohi Padam, Viruddham, Ativistritam, Atisamkshiptam, Aprayojanam, Bhinnakramam, Santiktam, Punaruktam, Nipramanakam, Asamaptartham, Aparthakam, and Vyahada. Let's see individually what each term refers to. First is the Aprasiddha Shabdam. Yalloke na ativa prasiddham. The words which are not familiar in the loka is considered to be a prasiddha shabdam. For example, for the term Ritumati, there are certain references of Udakya Stri is being mentioned. So that is not that much popular word in that loka or during that period of time. So that is considered to be a prasiddha shabdam. So such words has to be avoided while making a treatise. Dupranita. Sutra bhashya prayojana rahitam. So improper arrangement of something, and that too not in the sutra or bhashya krama, that is considered to be dupranita. In the Tantra Guna, it has been explained that it should be supranita sutra bhashya sangraha krama. That order has to be followed. Something which is being concisely told, that is sutra, as well as the bhashya of that has to be mentioned. That is, the elaborate description of that particular concept has to be given. For example, in Charaka Samhita, we can see that Chadushka methodology is being used there. That is, the 4 chapters having or sharing the same concepts are being grouped together into one Chadushka. So that is one example of Tantra Guna which is written in the form of Supranita Sutra Bhashya Sangraha Krama. Next is Asankatartham. Yet sutrena asambandham, not relevant to that particular chapter or topic, that is considered to be asangatartham. In the Tantra Gunas, it has been explained that it should be sangatartham. That is, the matter what is being explained there, it should be relevant to that particular science, or it should be relevant to that particular topic. If a particular chapter is explaining a topic, if the all matters or all contents which are present in that particular chapter should be related to that particular concept. For example, we can see that doshadhiVijnaniya chapter of Ashtangahridaya or Rasabhediya Adhyaya of Ashtangahridaya, that chapter name itself explains what will be the content of that chapter. No other matter which are not coming under this rasa or the droshas are not being explained in that chapter. The same way, all those concepts which are related to that particular concept has to be explained in that particular sthana or in that particular adhyaya or in that particular prakarana. Next is asukharohi padam. Yet pada sanniveshasya vishamataya dukkhena uchcharyate. So the words which are difficult to pronounce is considered to be asukharohi pada. For example, one word which we can see in the Samhitas are dhataryaripratam. So such terms or such words which are difficult to pronounce should be avoided. And in the Tantra Gunas, we have already seen that Akashta Shabda should not be present, or Akashta Shabda has to be avoided in order to consider a Tantra as a good one. Next is Viruddha, which is the contradictory statement. This contradictory statement can be of three terms, that is either Drishtanta Viruddha, or Siddhanta Viruddha, or Samaya Viruddha. So if any examples are being given which is contradicting to the concept which is being explained, that is the Drishtanta Viruddha. If two concepts which are explained in the same Samhitas are contradictory, that is considered to be Siddhanta Viruddha. Or if some matters or topics which are explained which is contradictory to that particular time period or any other time period, that is considered to be Samaya Viruddha. So such Viruddha concepts has to be avoided from a Shastra. Even in the Vakya Doshas also, Charaka Samhita has explained about the Viruddha. Contradictory statements should be avoided. Next is Ativistrita. There is too much elaboration of a matter is considered to be Ativistrita, or Athika Vakya Dosha has been explained, that can also be considered as a dosha. Description where it is not necessary or where it is not apt is considered to be Ativistrita. So for example, we can see that in the Samhitas, different skandhas, different vargas are being explained. So there are n number of dravyas which can fall under those skandhas or the vargas, but the acharyas have limited to a particular number of dravyas in order to make it a concise manner and not to fall under the category of Tantra dosha, that is Ati Vistrita. For example, Madhuradi Skandha. Each skandha they have explained or they have enumerated few dravyas which are having that particular Madhura Rasa or Amla Rasa or Lavana Rasa, and the rest we have to identify as per our own Yukti or our own Buddhi. So in the Ashtangahridaya, we can see that Kriyate Ashtangahridayam Nati Sankshepa Vistaram. Ashtangahridaya is being written in the format that it is not Ati Sankshipta or it is not Ati Vistrita. It is not too concise or not, it is not too elaborate also. Evam anyat grantha gaurava bhayat na likhyate. As it may lead to the grantha gaurava, or it becomes too heavy to understand, or it becomes too heavy, it has not been explained, all the matters has not been put into the samhitas. They have limited the matter for the purpose of grantha gaurava bhaya. So the rest of the things we have to understand by ourselves. So few examples has been explained in each vargas or each skandhas. Opposite of that is the Ati Samkshipta, which is too concise, which we are not understanding the proper meaning of something, that is considered to be Ati Samkshipta. Yatha Ayoka Shataka Prayam, which is too concise or which is not at all able to understand what it meant to be, that is considered to be Ati Samkshipta. Or even the Vakya Dosha Nyuna also can be considered here. For example, in our Samhitas, there are many concepts which are mentioned in the concise format, but that exactly provides the meaning of that concept. For example, Hetu Linga Aushata, we can say that it is a Samkshipta or it is not a Tantra dosha. Hetu Linga Aushata Jnana is considered to be the base of Ayurveda, which provides all the knowledge or all the Ayurvedic concepts can be understood based on the Hetu Linga Aushata Jnana. So that is a concise form of mentioning something, but it is not a Tantra dosha. So again, the reference of Ashtanga Hridaya can be taken, that is, it is Nati Sankshepa Vistara. It is Samkshipta matters are being explained, but it is not Ati Samkshipta. Aprayojana. In various references, we can see that the prayojana of something has been explained. Like what is the prayojana of Ayurveda is being explained in the starting of the Charaka Samhita itself. Similarly, different concepts they have explained. What is the benefit of doing that, or what is the benefit of performing certain activities? So that prayojana of that doing that particular action, or why we have to study that, or why we have to do that, why we have to perform that particular action has to be mentioned in the Samhitas or in the literatures. Na kashit anutishted iti. Why we have to do that has to be explained. If that is not mentioned, or the benefits or the aim or the utility is not being explained, that is considered to be a prayojana. What we can do after this, or what we can do by studying this particular shastra or by studying this literature, or what we will get from this particular textbook, that should be mentioned in the textbook or the literature. Ityacharah samasena yam prapnoti samacharan ayurarogyam aishwaryam. So it's the reference from Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana, second chapter. That is, after explaining all the dinacharyas and the sadvrittas, they have explained that if we are following all these in the proper manner, it will help us in attaining the Ayu, Arogya, Aishwarya, etc. So there is the prayojana which is explained. So to attain that particular prayojana, we may perform all these dinacharyas, we may follow all these sadvritas. So the prayojana has to be mentioned in the literatures. Similarly, dharma, artha, kama, mokshanam. For attaining this dharma, artha, kama and moksha, Ayurveda is being explained in the starting of Ashtanga Hridaya has been explained. The same way, Ayurveda prayojana has been explained as dhatu samya kriyacha ukta tantrasyasya prayojanam is been explained in the Charaka Samhita. So each Samhitas, if we are taking, we can see that in different contexts they have explained about the prayojana of that particular concept. Next is Bhinnakrama. Yatha purvam yena anukramena oktam na tenaiva nirdishyate prayojananantara asambhavu api, which is not having a proper order, which is being arranged not accordingly, or it is not following a manner or order, that is considered to be Bhinnakrama. In the Tantra Gunas, it has been explained Kramagadartham. It should follow a proper order. Like for example, we can see that Vata Pitta Kapha is the three doshas which are explained. In Ashtanga Hridaya, wherever the Vata Pitta Kaphas have been explained, it is being told in that particular order itself. For example, the Gunas are explained, Karmas are explained, Vritikshaya Lakshanas are explained. Everywhere the Vata, Pitta and Kapha order is being maintained. The same way, if we are considering the sthanas, it should have a proper arrangement of the concepts or from the one sthana to another. So that proper arrangement of concepts or proper arrangement is considered to be Kramagadartha, and if it is missing, that is considered to be Bhinnakrama, which is a Tantra dosha. Next is Sandiktam. Ubhayatra hetva bhasa parigrahat samshayaha. So those concepts which is creating certain doubt or confusions, that is considered to be Sandikta. So for example, Akala Mrityu. There are certain queries about Akala Mrityu. We are not getting a conclusionary statement from that concept. Such statements which produces certain doubts, which is not being getting a proper conclusion, that is considered to be Sandikta. So it is a confused statements or which creates a doubt in that particular concept, that is considered to be Sandikta, which has to be avoided in a Samhita. Punarukta. Punarukta means the repetition. Yo artha ukto api punaruchyate. Something which has been already mentioned is being repeated. That is considered to be punarukta. Prasango nama purva abhihitasya arthasya pragarana agadatvadina punarabhithanam. So in this context, we can see or we can consider the Prasanga Tantra Yukti, which is again almost similar to the Punarukta. But here it is explaining that Purva Abhidasya Arthasya. Already something has been explained, but in this Prakarana, it is necessary to explain that concept again, and we are explaining it again. That is considered to be Prasanga, or cross-referencing something is considered to be Prasanga. And Adhikaranavasya praptam yat karoti tat punaruktam adosham bhavati. If that adhikarana or if that prakarana requires the repetition of that particular concept, or again the description of a particular concept which has been already mentioned in some other adhikarana, if it is required or if it is that much necessary, it is not considered to be a punarukta. And Artha Punarukta and Shabda Punarukta can be seen in different concepts. That is, the same shlokas or the same concept has been explained, or the Shabdas also has been explained in the some other context. That is considered to be Punarukta. But there are certain statements, or there are certain concepts which has been repeatedly present in our Samhitas, which is not considered to be a Punarukta dosha. In that particular context, it is necessary. That's why it is being explained. That is considered to be not a Punarukta dosha. It is being explained by Acharya. Nipramanakam. Pramana-rahidam vakyam. Without any base or without any scientific reasoning, something is being told, that is considered to be nipramanakam. Pramana-rahidam vakyam. Without any pramana, or we are not able to prove anything by any of the pramanas, such statements or such concepts are considered to be nipramanaka. Asamaptartham. Atra tavat uchyate parato api चेदिदत्येतत्ततः समाप्तार्थत्वात् न ज्ञायते किम अनेन कार्यम इति. Incomplete discussion, or without any proper conclusion, something is being stopped, that is considered to be asamaptartham. That won't be providing the proper meaning of that particular concept, or we won't be getting the proper idea of what it meant to be. In the Tantra Guna, it has been mentioned Artha Tattva Vinishaya Pradhanam. By ourselves, we should be able to get the essence of that particular concept, which is being explained in the proper manner. But if it is asamaptartha, we won't get the proper idea, we won't understand it properly, because there is a doubtful statement, or it is a not providing the proper conclusion, or proper whole matter is not being provided there. So such things has to be avoided, that is asamaptartham. Next is aparthaka or even anarthaka. Both are being used. Anarthaka means yadanya arthena api padena apagada abhideyam. So which is not having any particular meaning or senseless meaning, that terms are considered to be anarthaka or aparthaka. So such terms has to be avoided. Those terms which are having no meaning, such terms should not be used. That has to be avoided. Those terms which are having proper meaning has to be used in terms of different context. Next is vyahada. Purvaya vakyayuktya apara vyahanyate aparaya purva va. Mutually contradictory statements are being used, that is considered to be vyahata. So, Asankula Prakarana has been explained in the Tantra Guna, that is contradictory statements should be avoided. So, for example, Meha Rogis, that is the Prameha Rogis, is contraindicated for Asthapana Basti, is explained in Ashtangahridayam Sutrasthana first chapter. But in the Kalpasthana, we can see that Vata Asrak Shobha Meha Arsho Gulma Vinmotra Sangraham. So these people are contraindicated for the Asthapana Basti. But in practice, we are giving the Asthapana Bastis, or the Basti Karmas are being administered to various people of Prameha Rogis also. But there are certain exceptions or conditions in which we can do that. So in such conditions, it is not considered to be Vyahata. We have to see the conditions in which it is being explained, and then accordingly we have to plan the treatment or the management. So if there are any two contradictory statements which are explained in the Samhitas, that is considered to be Vyahata. So we have seen all the Tantra doshas which are explained by the different acharyas, and in Arunadatta commentary of Ashtangahridaya, we have seen the detailed description of all the Tantra doshas. So in Tantra, in general, we can say that Tantra doshas can be considered as improper usage of the words, or wrong construction of the different sentences, or improper sequence of the topics, or improper arrangement of the concepts can be considered. So if any of these defects are being present, that will be leading to the defame of the textbook or the literature, or it won't be getting much popularity. So in the Tantra Guna, it has been explained, it should be very much popular, it should be famous, and it should be followed by the Arshas or the Dhira Purusha Sevita, etc. has been explained. So such qualities will not be present if a Tantra or a Shastra is having certain Tantra doshas. So Sthanam hi Tantrasya Rahasyam Paramuttamam. So these Tantra gunas and Tantra doshas are explained in order to identify a Tantra in the proper format. That is, in order to understand the proper essence of the Shastra or that particular Tantra, we may have to use different other tools or the techniques also. Tantra gunas are those qualities which should be present in a Shastra, and also we may have to refer to other sthanas or other sections or other chapters in order to get the proper meaning of that particular Shastra. The Tantra doshas should be devoid the Tantras should be devoid of the Tantra doshas, and it should be defectless, and all these qualities should be present also. Even though a Shastra is having all the Tantra guna and it is being devoid of all the Tantra doshas, it is very difficult to understand the proper meaning or proper essence of the Shastra if we are lacking with certain other tools. Such tools of tools or the other techniques or the methods by which we can get the proper meaning, that is rahasya, which is being present in the Tantra, we can decode it if we know certain other tools and techniques of study or the teaching. Today we discussed about the topic of Tantra dosha. In the upcoming videos, we will be dealing with the topics of introduction to Samhita, like Tantra Yukti and other concepts which help in understanding the Samhita in a better way. Please do subscribe our YouTube channel Ayurveda for more updates and enable the bell button for the notifications. Thank you and keep watching the videos.